Meteorologist Mark Molnar as your host for the weather show, Weather Northeastern. Before we get into some viewer sent in photos and videos here, let's take a look at the tropics. We will potentially have something developing near Florida here and moving up the east coast for the new work week. But before that happens, we have a few systems out here just west of the Cape Verde Islands. These tropical systems will continue to move towards the northwest and eventually recurve out into the Atlantic. They're not really expected to become anything major, so at this time we will be looking at very weak systems, and they will quickly find a weakness in the subtropical ridge out here and recurve. As you can see on the satellite, all of this cloudiness here across the Florida Peninsula, this is where we could see that development, that area of low pressure that models really grab a hold of into the new work week and into next week, moving to the northeast up the east coast and here out into the deep Atlantic here towards the Cape Verde Islands. Just northwest of the Cape Verde Islands, that's where we have our two tropical systems. So we're going to continue to watch for that here at MeteoMark, and I'll keep you up to date. Let's get right into those viewer sent in photos and videos. Robert Jason Stone over the past weekend here snapping some beautiful snapshots here of some clouds near Hamburg, New York in his travels. So nice cumulus clouds from the ground up here in the background here. So very, very beautiful clouds, to say the least. Cumulus and even some looks to be cumulonimbus clouds potentially bubbling up into the background here. So very nice, Robert. And he also captured this photo here, or these photos, these past September 16th here. Look at the traffic backed up going eastbound on Interstate 80 in Pennsylvania. This was really bad, a really bad accident near a construction zone, and he says the traffic, as you can see in the photos, was backed up for miles. So hopefully nobody was hurt out of that, but Robert got stuck in some traffic and he had to get off and exit as the traffic was too long. So there we go. And look at this, Interstate 70 out in Colorado, just west of Denver. Look at this picturesque photo here, lake in the background. And look at that in the foreground, all these nice little evergreen trees. This is out west. It's very beautiful out here into the Rocky Mountains. So thank you, Robert, for sending those photos in. And Lucas from Linden, Texas, I want to take a quick little video preview of the first part of his video here, taking a look at some beautiful ambient lighting through the foliage here. Looks like into the low darkness hours of either evening or early morning, but nevertheless looking beautiful. And of course he's got some very beautiful clouds billowing up in the background. So thank you all for sending your photos and videos in. Let's get right into that weather pattern. Out west here, we still got some troughiness, so we'll get 1 to 2 inches here up in Washington and Oregon and northern Idaho, maybe a spritzels of rain down the west coast here. Florida will be dealing with that heavy rain system, that potential tropical system, not expected to develop into anything tropical, but lots of moisture associated with this low pressure system. And of course here in the upper Midwest into the central Great Lakes, we'll see 1 to 2 inches, especially this weekend as that system moves through. Take a look at the pattern here. We got that trough really starting to carve out, especially the latter portion of the weekend into next week here across the east. That trough really starting to kick in. Another trough out west here, that ridge here, basically into the eastern Rockies and central plain states. Let's take a look at the surface maps extending right on into the midpoint of your week here. Or the end of your week for that matter, into the beginning of the weekend. Look at this for your Saturday across the Northeast. Very beautiful. We don't even see hints of any showers or thunderstorms until later after 5 p.m. across Lake Ontario, Lake Erie, southern Ontario province. Chance of a shower or a thunderstorm, but most areas staying dry and warm into the upper 70s, low 80s. Let's take a look at your Sunday. That system traverses and races across the Northeast. Many of you won't even see a spritzel of rain. If you do, it'll mainly be Saturday evening and Saturday night. Over with mostly by Sunday morning, with the exception for some lingering showers up here in northern New England. But look at these temperatures dipping down into the low to mid 60s from the upper Susquehanna River Valley, Catskills, Poconos, the Adirondacks, even across the eastern Great Lakes here. Places like Binghamton, Elmira, Syracuse, Buffalo, really not getting out of the 60s into your Monday here. Look at this, starting the new work week. Nice and temperate and pretty much beautifully sunny. Maybe a chance of a shower here across the PA Turnpike on southward, but most of you staying very dry. And then on into your Tuesday, backside of high pressure here, pumping some nice warmer temperatures relatively. Most areas getting into the mid to upper 70s, with the exception for some upper 60s and low 70s here from the St. Lawrence River Valley, northern White Mountains, Berkshires on northward here. On 10 seconds here, I'll have a 5-day outlook for my hometown viewers from Binghamton to Scranton's upper Susquehanna region of upstate New York and northeast Pennsylvania. Don't forget to like me on Facebook at MeteoMark, subscribe to me on YouTube at MeteoMark, comments, Twitter at WX Northeastern, Google Plus at MeteoMark. Here's your 5-day, stretching from Saturday all the way through the midpoint of next week. Saturday, really nice day. Get out there and enjoy it. You have your pick here, warmer day near 80 and a cooler day near 65 and more blustery, but still both days mostly sunny. Maybe an early morning shower on Sunday, but most of that pulling out for your Monday and Tuesday, and your Wednesday looking very beautiful, very sunny. Temperatures warming up into the upper 70s by the midpoint of your week. That's going to do it for this edition of Weather Northeastern.